Okay, we are ready to begin. So again, just so that you know, if you have questions, please use the question and answer tool. That being said, welcome officially to Anglo-American University's virtual open house for the School of Business. Before we get fully into the School of Business's portion of this open house, I would like to give you a few details about Anglo-American University. We are a dual accredited university. We are accredited by the WASC Council in the United States and by the Czech Ministry of Youth and Sports, meaning that our degrees are globally recognized and can take you all over the world. We are an international university. We have students from over 80 different countries currently and more interested every day. This means that there is a wide variety of cultures and languages across our campus, and no matter where you are from, there are people for you and you will fit in. We have a high quality degree, meaning we have top professors and well-designed degrees. Our degrees are designed to ensure success in the job market as opposed to simply knowing things found in books. And all of our faculty are international as well, so it's people from all over the world teaching you the most important knowledge for your fields. We do have interactive and applied learning. By this, we mean active discussions, small class sizes, and group projects. The reason for this is that in 2020, you will most likely never be working on your own in a job. You will have a team and you need to know how to work with that team. So we give you all the skills you need immediately in classes before you enter the job market. As I mentioned as well, we do have a globally recognized degree. This means no matter where you are interested in working, AAU can help you get there. Our learning environment is unique. We have small class sizes. The most amount of students in a class with you will be 25, but it's usually more like 10 to 15. This means you'll know all of the students in your classes and your professors. They'll know your names, they'll know where you're from and what you're about. So if you ever need any help or if you miss class and need notes, you always know who to go to. The personalized approach plays into this. Knowing that your professor knows your name and has a vested personal interest in you and your success will help you and motivate you moving forward. Our interactive learning gives you a wide variety of skills that you can apply to the job market outside, and our world-class faculty will ensure that you know how to use these skills. Our faculty members are not only from all over the world, they're also people who have worked in these fields, so they can bring you practical knowledge as well as theoretical knowledge. Now, we do have housing. This is a common question that gets asked. Our housing is located in Prague 7 in a neighborhood called Holišovice. It is 20 minutes from campus, just one tram ride, so you don't need to be worried about getting lost on your way to and from class. It is one of the top 10 coolest neighborhoods in all of Europe. There are single or shared dorm options depending on your needs and budgets, and it is a fully furnished building. So there are kitchens, laundry, common spaces, security, Wi-Fi, everything you could possibly need. You can live in our dorms for one semester or for 1 year, and regardless of how long you choose to stay, we do highly recommend living in our dorms as they are a great way to make friends and feel as though you are truly part of the community. The cost of living in Prague is quite low, which is good for student budgets. In total, including meals, accommodation, public transportation, and entertainment, you're typically looking at spending between 800 and 1,000 US dollars a month. This being said, the full total could be less or more depending on the style of living that you are accustomed to. If you like to go shopping all the time and you want to live in a beautiful apartment on Old Town Square, which is pictured to the left, then you're probably going to spend a little bit more. If you want to live in a dorm, you cook a lot of your own meals, and you're not much of a clubber, then you could probably spend a little bit less. This is completely dependent on you. We do find on average, housing tends to cost around 500 USD a month, but again, it could be less or more depending on your needs. Additionally, if you are in need of a student visa, your student visa will function as a work visa as well, meaning that you can have a part-time job. You will typically make between 300 to 720 US dollars a month, depending on how much you want to work and the job you have. You can legally work up to 20 hours per week. Our Career Center is available to you to help you find a job if you're struggling. However, we do find that most students are able to find jobs quite quickly and without trouble. If you have not already applied, then briefly how to do it is you choose your favorite program, in this case, of course, business. You'll fill in the online application form, which also includes paying the application fee and submitting all of your required documents. These documents are pretty basic. It's a high school diploma. If you have not graduated yet, you can simply send it to us later. High school transcripts. We need a CV, personal statement, a copy of your passport. If your passport is currently in process, then you can send us a copy of your individual country's governmentally issued ID. We do know that due to COVID, a lot of passports have not been processed, so an ID is fine. Also, due to COVID, we would like to officially announce that we will be offering online courses in the spring of 2021 for any students struggling to obtain a visa. They are asynchronous classes, so you don't need to worry about timing, and more information can be found by emailing us if you're interested. Once you have submitted all of your required documents, we will schedule you for an interview with the dean of your chosen program. Again, in this case, business. That being said, I would like to officially introduce two people that are on the call with us. Jan Vishenda, the Dean of the School of Business, and Michaela Strachulent, the School of Business Administrator. She's also a coordinator and she helps with the MBA program. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to them. Jan, if you'd like to begin.
Hello, Becca. Thank you very much for your nice introduction. As you mentioned, my name is Jan Vishenda. I'm serving as the Dean of the School of Business Administration currently, and I would like to also introduce you one more time my colleague, Michaela Stratulat, who is also our graduate. She did her BA and MA in the Anglo-American University, so she is the right person to be here with us. So she has an experience as a student, as an administrator with the AAU. Thank you, Michaela, for joining us. Okay, and then I will tell you something more about our business programs, what we are offering, and what it is about. Okay, as you may know, there are 5 schools of study at the Anglo-American University. School of Business Administration is one of them. It's actually the biggest one. In the last semester or last academic year, the enrollment was over 200 students. The program was first time accredited in 2001. I mean, in the Czech Republic officially. So, and since then it has been reaccredited several times already. The business administration program has been very successful. We're having many successful graduates who are working as managers, analysts, specialists at big companies like Siemens, Accenture, Deloitte, Johnson & Johnson, and etc. As suggested briefly also by Becca, we focus why is the case, why the program was so successful. I would say it's the personalized education model, personalized approach, especially by the faculty members as well as by the administration. So maybe you remember, some of you, that at big public universities you are sometimes treated as kind of a number in the system only. This is what I remember from my studies at the big public university in the Czech Republic, but this is not the case at the Anglo-American University. You will get a personalized approach from your teachers, administrators, and everybody. And yeah, small classes. This is small interactive classes. This is very important, as suggested briefly by Becca. The maximum number of students in the classroom is 25. It's usually less. The average size of the classroom at the School of Business Administration last year was around 18 students. Yeah, practical learning, this is another thing which is very important. You don't learn only the theoretical knowledge, but it's always applied to real problems, real problem solving. That's what it is about. Professional faculty, experienced faculty, international faculty. This is again very important at the School of Business Administration. We have many teachers from the United States, from Canada, for instance, from the UK, Germany, also other European countries, plus also the best, I would say, local experts. They also do have the international experience. Yeah, small classes, interactive approach, personalized approach. That's what it's about. And yeah, what we offer BA programs with various concentrations and MBA program. I will tell you a little bit more about our offer, about our BA programs, and then Michaela later on will tell you more about the MBA program, which is kind of exclusive. So yes, this is about the MBA at this point, and then we can proceed to what do we offer actually, and the programs and concentrations. Yes, so what do we offer for you at the School of Business Administration? You can choose from 10 bachelor's programs, so concentrations, whatever you call it. As mentioned by Becca, we have dual accreditation, which means we are accredited in the United States by WASC Association, which is one of the regional accreditors in the United States, which accredits the universities. This particular one is recognized by US Department of Education, of course, this is important. And this one accredits particularly on especially universities on the west coast of the United States. So they accredit, for instance, University of California, University of California, Berkeley. So we are in a good company and we are proud of it. And we are also accredited locally in the Czech Republic by the National Accreditation Bureau, which is the local accreditation authority in the Czech Republic. As you can see, we offer concentrations related to accounting, finance, economics, marketing, management, entrepreneurship, and last but not least, we also offer some kind of business administration called extended major, which is more broadly defined. It depends also whether you want to shape your professional skills in a specific direction. In this case, you should choose one of the concentrations. If you want to focus more broadly on business administration, you choose the extended major option. Okay, and maybe we can proceed to the particular concentrations, but prior to that, I will show you how our business administration curriculum looks like. So there are 30 courses in general. This applies actually to all programs, to all concentrations. So this is what you will be taking on, which courses you will be taking. General education module. Those are common classes. Those are classes which are taken by all students at the Anglo-American University across the schools. So basically, you take composition 2. It will teach you some academic English, which is important for your future studies or future career. You will take economic classes, computer systems. There is also a group of social sciences and also so-called civilization group. You can see the history class, the story of Western art. So basically, you have also the general knowledge, which is important for that every BA student has this kind of foundation related to English composition, some social sciences, as well as some, we call it civilization courses. Then major model. This is important. This is kind of standard business administration curriculum. You can see classes focused on marketing, management, or finance related, like financial accounting, corporate finance, business statistics. So you're able to do so-called quantitative reasoning, but I will talk about a little bit more later on. Concentration model. Concentration module includes 8 courses. Then I will, in the next part of my presentation, I will introduce specifically the concentrations we offer. But basically, everybody who will choose business administration program is taking general education courses, major model, then concentration courses, and then you can choose 5 open electives across the school at AAU. So you can choose even humanities classes, IR classes, but you can choose business administration classes if you want. If you just can't seem to get enough of business administration, you can choose business classes as well. But it's pretty flexible, this part. And of course, state exams and thesis defense. And yes, and then we can proceed, and I will tell you a little bit more about the specific concentrations we offer. The first one, accounting and finance. So, yes, this is more like quantitatively, practically focused concentration. This is for someone who likes working with figures, with analytical brains. This is exactly good for you. What will you learn? You will learn core aspects of accounting and finance. You will get important knowledge of accounting, reporting, banking, capital markets, and portfolio management. You can see the classes which are corresponding to what has been just said by me. Courses, taxation, auditing, financial reporting, analysis. Key learning outcomes. The key learning outcome I would highlight in this case. There are more of them, of course, but this one particularly important for this one is that you will be able to understand or comprehend the accounting system as an integral part of decision making. Basically, it means like you're able to see what's going on in the company. You understand finance and accounting, and then you are able to make decisions accordingly. Of course, what are the career prospects? There are, you can see some of them: financial analyst, auditing assistant, consultant, controller, credit analyst, basically various positions related to accounting and finance. And of course, after graduation, you are eligible to apply for a master's degree. Yes, so this is accounting and finance, quantitatively focused. Yeah, we can proceed to business economics. Again, I would say this is again more analytically, quantitatively focused. Basically, you will learn about how business function from the economic perspective, how the economic decisions are made. You will learn terminology economic, which is very important for your future career. You can see the classes. You can see economics classes supplemented by business information systems. You're able to make so-called data-driven decision making, quantitative reasoning, which is important. This is basically this concentration is good for people who again like doing analysis, working with figures, and who are ready for some analytical career prospects related to economics, economist, data analyst, policy advisor, consultant. Yeah, business economics. Okay, and I think you can proceed to the next concentration, economics and finance. Yes, again, I would say, again, analytically, quantitatively focused for people who like working with figures, doing analysis. I would say this is a little bit more scientific when you compare, for instance, economics and finance concentration to the concentration focused on accounting and finance. This is a little bit more, I would say, scientific. The aim of the program is to teach you how the business and financial sector functions, how to apply the most important analytical tools in these fields. And what is the key learning outcome? I would say after completion, this concentration, you will be able to think as economist and solve practical problems in the field of finance, and you will learn the important analytical tools for reaching these goals. You can see the classes which are related to economics and finance, microeconomics, macroeconomics, and financial related classes. And career prospects, basically career prospects related to economics and finance, economic analyst, policy advisor, analyst, data analyst. And of course, if you understand economics and finance, you can be a successful entrepreneur. No doubt about it. Once again, analytically focused and qualitatively. Actually, one personal story, we worked a lot on the accreditation, and we spent a lot of time discussing all the concentrations. And of course, with my colleagues, with the vice president for academic affairs and with the faculty, and we were asking questions also, what would be the most favorable concentration for us if we were, I don't know, 18, 19 and choosing. And personally, I have to admit, this would be my favorite one. But anyway, this, of course, it depends on your preferences and what you like. Okay, so this was economics and finance. And next one, entrepreneurship. This might be very, very attractive and popular concentration, I believe. This is like more practically focused concentration. Basically, you'll get hands-on experience of running the company. And what the concentration will be about, you will get also theoretical knowledge, but mostly practical knowledge, how to set up a business. And also you will get important leadership skills. You can see the classes, entrepreneurship classes, supplemented by business law a little bit, business strategy simulation, and how this is designed, this concentration, that you'll get some basic theoretical background, but of course there will be a lot of guest speakers from the praxis. So you'll be able to meet successful entrepreneurs who will be able to share, who will be willing to share with you their hands-on experience with setting up business and working as an entrepreneur. So ideally, at the end of this concentration, you will be ready to set up your own business, become successful entrepreneur, and earn a lot of money, of course. Yeah, the key learning outcomes: apply theoretical management concepts in practice, find an appropriate business model for the new venture. That's what entrepreneurship is about. And yeah, it's practically oriented. Okay, good. Next one. International business law. This is ideal for people who like I would say, legal aspects of business administration or legal issues related to business. What it's about, this is mainly focused on EU law, negotiating and drafting contracts, of course, international environment. This is, I would say, understandable, and also most importantly, regulation of business, which is important for your career as an entrepreneur or whatever position you perform in an organization. Consumer protection, capital markets and securities regulation, and as well comparative business law. You can see the concentration classes, 8 classes again, law classes supplemented by other relevant classes, business ethics, this is important, EU market and business policies, which is related to EU law. Yeah, the key learning outcome. After completion this concentration, you will have the detailed knowledge of relevant legal concepts and terminology. This is important. And what are the career prospects? Of course, related to business and law, business consultant, project manager, event manager. And of course, if you understand law and business, you can be a successful entrepreneur, no doubt about it. So this is good for people who like legal aspects of business and who like business and law together. Okay. Management. Actually, I didn't mention at the very beginning, we are offering some new concentration. We have 9 concentration in total, plus the business administration extended major, but 3 concentrations already have been running successfully. Business administration with the concentration of management is one of them. This is very, I would say, practically oriented. You'll get the deep understanding of how business function from the operational, managerial, marketing and HR perspectives. HR, I mean human resources. You'll get theoretical knowledge combined, of course, with the practical knowledge. Students will be involved in projects with real businesses and also non-profit organizations. Yes, what is important, the key learning outcome, I would highlight that after completion this concentration, you'll be able to recognize and find the right solution to various managerial problems and situations. That what it is about. And as you can see, the classes, there are the, I would say, profile or crucial classes related to management, like project management, operations management, human resource management, then supplemented by, I would say, more quantitative classes like business information system or business math 2, which is important. I was talking about the decisions that are made. This is the current trend, the so-called data-driven decision making, that you collect data, analyze data, and you make decisions accordingly. So you will also get some quantitative background, which should help you to justify your right decisions and solutions. Career prospects are related to various managerial positions: business consultant, project manager, sales manager, HR manager, marketing manager, event planner, really. And of course, you're eligible to continue to apply for master studies, which is the case for all BA programs I'm describing. So management, practically oriented, theoretical knowledge applied to real practice. So this was concentration in management. And the next one is, business administration with the concentration in marketing and communications. This has been also running already very successfully. This is very popular concentration, very popular with students. This is ideal for students who like marketing, who like creative work together. So yeah, this is exactly for you, marketing and communication. You'll be able to learn what is the role of marketing in the global context currently in the 21st century. You'll be able to analyze behavior, buyers' behavior or customers' behavior. You will learn about brand management and how to conduct a marketing analysis. You'll be able to apply the theoretical knowledge to the praxis to the world of marketing. I would say key learning outcomes. What I would highlight, basically after completion this concentration, you're able to craft, design, implement, and evaluate a marketing campaign. Just to put it in more simple way, you're able to do marketing campaign from the beginning to the end. As you can see, career prospects, various managerial, various positions related to marketing. With this concentration, you can find job really easily because there are many jobs in marketing and communications and the related fields related to sales, promotion, web designer, in general to marketing. You can see the concentration courses: marketing communication, brand management, marketing research, basically courses related to marketing communications. Introduction to digital marketing, this is one of the classes you can choose, which is also, I would say, very relevant currently and also very popular. So yeah, marketing and communications, very successful so far, and hopefully will be the case in the future. as well. Business administration, people management leadership, again, very practically oriented. It is focused more on the leadership aspects, combination of management and leadership aspects. Basically, the aim of the program is to get some knowledge about human resource management with a special emphasis on leadership, both on the individual as well as the team level. Psychology is also important in this concentration. You will acquire knowledge related to organizational theory and applied sociology. Key learning outcome, basically, to make long story short, after completed this concentration, you will be able to lead your own team as an entrepreneur, because yeah, once you understand management, leadership, you're well acquainted with all those tools and issues, you can be a successful entrepreneur. But of course, you can find good jobs related to management and yeah, management position. Business coach, for instance, I would highlight, or sales executive, business consultant, communication manager, HR manager. Yeah, you can see the classes is basically combination of leadership classes and management related classes. Yes, again, practically oriented concentration focused on management and leadership skills, which I believe is those are very important skills currently and will be even more in the future. Okay, and the next concentration is strategic marketing. This is also the concentration which has been running already. I would say compared to the previous concentration I spoke about related to marketing, which is marketing and communication, this is more like quantitatively focused, more analytical. So if you like marketing as well as working with figures, doing analysis, this is exactly good fit for you. Strategic marketing. Yes, what it's about. To basically, the aim of the program is to teach you about strategic marketing analysis and marketing planning. That's the aim. But what are the outcomes? Basically, graduates will be ready to apply their skills and analytical tools and analytical knowledge in strategic planning departments of international companies. Yeah, this would be the best fit for you, analytical and I would say quantitatively focused positions in international companies. So again, to make long story short, you'll be able to do and implement, craft, design, implement, and evaluate successful marketing strategies. In this case, this is, I would say, this is really, as I highlighted, this is a little bit more quantitative and analytical compared to the previous concentration related to marketing I spoke about a few minutes ago. Career prospects, again, various positions in marketing. Those are like more analytical positions, as you might expect. Marketing analysis, business analyst, marketing researcher, etc. Courses is a combination of I would say marketing classes supplemented with classes which should help you with the so-called quantitative reasoning. Those are quantitative decision making, business mathematics too, which should help you basically again analyze and comprehend the issue and base your decision on data, base your analysis on data, which is important and crucial, I would say. Yes, so strategic marketing also quite popular, and hope it will be the case in the future. Yeah, and last but not least, business administration, so-called extended major. In case you so far did not find your favorite concentration, or don't worry, there is this business administration extended major option for you. Basically, this is like business administration in a broader sense. What is the program about, and who is the program ideal for? Those are students who are, as I said, seeking for like a broader knowledge in the field of business administration. If you like, all management, marketing, finance, economics, HR management, leadership, you can find it here. Again, students who wants to see it like in broader perspectives. You don't want to specialize and focus on one specific area in business administration. And most importantly, this is quite flexible, this concentration. It will allows you for more option for more elective or so-called required elective classes. What is the key learning outcomes? You'll be able to apply theoretical management, accounting, finance, economics, marketing related knowledge to the real situation. As for the classes, as for the concept of of this program is slightly different than the concentration one. Why it's called extended major? As you can see, those are classes. Those are major classes, as I described at the beginning of my presentation, plus three classes extra, which is business information system, business ethics, and thesis. That's why it's called extended major. Those are 3 extra classes plus 5 classes, business administration elective modules. In this case, you can choose 5 classes related to business from the current offer. So you can choose whatever: finance, economics, marketing, management, leadership, etc. And yes, basically extended major, more broad focus, but also very interesting, I believe. Okay, so this was business administration. And one more slide, internships. As you might have been able to see, the internship is compulsory or mandatory course for all business administration. What's the mission of AAU and this program in particular? That all students will be able to, or will graduate with some professional experience. There is the Career Center, which is very helpful in this. So I would like to emphasize that Career Center is linked a lot with this alumni agenda. So it's helping also our graduates to find jobs according to their needs and help them. They're available. Of course, you can always email our colleague Elizabeth Nováček, who is available even for prospective students. Yeah, internship as compulsory part of business administration program. So you will be able to get also some practical and professional experience during your studies. You're ready to enter the labor market if necessary. Okay, and this is the internship opportunities. Yeah, next slide. I would like to pass the floor to my colleague Michaela Stratulat, who is the business coordinator, academic coordinator at the School of Business Administration. And she's the person who knows this Chapman MBA program the most. So thank you very much, Michaela, and please, the floor is yours.
Thank you for the introduction. So yes, hi everyone, my name is Michaela. I'm the program coordinator at the School of Business, and one of my main responsibilities is coordinating the Chapman MBA program in Prague. So this is just a brief overview. It is a top-ranked MBA in the Czech Republic, EU, and US. And so this is basically done in partnership with the George Argyris School of Business and Economics from Chapman University and the School of Business from AAU. And now just the program at a glance. I'll mention our main benefits, and it's the great accreditation. So it's the only program in the Czech Republic with such a strong accreditation. The Chapman School of Business is accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, and it's considered the gold standard of business school accreditation. And as was mentioned right in the beginning, both Chapman and AAU actually are regionally accredited by the WASC Association. The next benefit would be our top tier faculty. So 60% of our courses are actually taught by Chapman University professors. They specifically fly in just to teach one course for 1 month. So it's a great opportunity to meet professors from the US and to chat and to see like what their experience is like. And then the other 40% are taught by our AAU professors or also local industry experts with prestigious degrees. And actually some of them are professionals from the Fortune 500 global companies based in Prague. So for example, one of our classes is taught by the CEO of GE Aviation in Czech Republic and Slovakia. So it really creates a great classroom atmosphere, I would say, and a great discussion, because these are professionals who can share their wisdom and, so to speak, and also experience in the field. And a huge benefit is that it's 75% less expensive than the exact same MBA degree on the US campus. So you will receive the same diploma that the students in California receive, but at just 25% of the price. It is a 17-month program, and it includes 12 courses. 8 of them are core courses, so you can see them listed here. It includes analysis for business, some accounting, finance classes, but also marketing, operations, technology. And then you will also have 3 electives. One of our most popular ones are project management, new product development, social media marketing. And we also actually encourage students to take one of these electives in California. This is an opportunity that they can take, and it's usually in January, so you get to experience California a bit. And then the last one is one capstone course, the strategic management, meaning it's like the culminating project or course of the program. And lastly, it's our program has an intensive weekend format. So you can see that it's Fridays 5 to 9, and then on Saturdays 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 1. So it's quite intensive, and on Saturday especially it's the full day, but we're doing this to accommodate our employed students, and it gives you the opportunity to just study during the week, or work during the week, and then study during the weekend. So that was it from our side about the School of Business Administration, our projects, concentrations, and the MBA programs as well.
Perfect. So now we're going to answer any questions that any of you may have. I'm going to check and see. It looks as though we have 2. And it looks like they're both about admissions. So I will go ahead and handle these. And if any of you have questions specifically related to our business program, please feel free to ask those as well in the meantime. So the first one says, hello, will new students have to provide nostrification documents before being admitted, or will they get to it during their studies? Since the type of visa changes according to the new accreditation track, how will this work now due to the new law? This is actually something that we're currently in the process of finalizing. However, at this point, we are telling students to go ahead and just apply normally, and then the notification information will come to you after you've applied, because the actual application itself isn't something that you have to nostrify. So go ahead and do that online and give us all of your documents. Because of notification, we are asking you to please simply give us scanned copies of your diploma and transcripts, because you will need to get those either legalized or apostille in accordance with the notification process. So we don't want your originals now. So it says, I'm going to graduate with my IB diploma, but I didn't have exams, even though the page asked me for the date of exams. What may I do then? In this case, I think you may mean English exam. Your IB diploma actually waives the need to provide any additional proof of English. So if you have your IB diploma, then you don't need to worry at all about the date of exams. Let's see. What is the main difference between those 2 marketing programs? Thank you. So I think this will be for Jan or Michaela, if one of you would like to answer the difference between the 2 marketing programs.
Yeah, I guess this is a question for me. I think I spoke about it a little bit briefly while describing those 2 concentrations. I would say the first one, focused on marketing and communications, is I would say less quantitative, less analytical, while the second one, strategic marketing, you will be working with figures, with numbers, you will have also more classes focused on quantitative reasoning, working with quantitative data. So the strategic marketing is more analytical, more quantitative based, while the marketing and communications one is for someone who likes creative work, who likes to communicate with people, work with marketing campaigns, work as web designers, for instance. So yeah, more qualitative, I would say, and more focused on communication, while the second one, focused on strategic marketing, is more quantitative, more analytical. You need to be good with figures, so you'll be able to handle this strategic marketing issues and this concentration.
Thank you so much, Jan.
Okay.
There are no more questions currently listed, so we will give it another few minutes for you to ask any questions you may have. Please do keep in mind, we are aware that often when we have presentations like this, you might get a little bit overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information and then realize later on that you do have questions you forgot to ask. If that does happen, please feel free to email any of us at any time. We're always more than happy to help. That said, I'll give it another minute, and if no one has any questions, here comes another one. Let's see. So I just give the date of my graduation. Also, may I use my predicted grades in the admissions process because my official results would be available in January, but I need to do the admission this month. Yes. Essentially, we request that you either send us your transcripts up until this point. So, you know, if you're a senior now, then you're 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, or just your 9th and 10th, depending on where you're from. So give us all of the transcripts you have up until now. An unofficial copy is perfectly fine, and write the date of when you're going to graduate. We don't need the exact day, just the month and year is perfectly fine. Then once you graduate, you'll have to provide us with the rest of the documents, but you can apply without having them. And we have another one. Okay, so they can apply now without a nostra, but if new students apply, they should be made aware of the process as it is not as easy as it may seem. Also, if they apply and then only start the process of nostrifying documents, they need to apply for a different visa, not student, and may only get US degree. I think it's important to bring up now as well as inform them. Yes, I agree. The thing is you will get both degrees so long as you complete nostrification. And for new students, not completing it isn't a concern. I'm sure you are aware because of social media, has been a concern currently for our graduating students. That is a very specific issue with this specific semester. This isn't something for all students to need to be that concerned about. It can be difficult, admittedly, so I will just briefly explain nostrification in simple terms. It's a legal process in which the degree from another country is laid next to the degree from the Czech Republic, and Czech officials go through to ensure that the education you received in your country is equivalent to the one received here. If it's not equivalent, you will be asked to complete exams to prove your knowledge. You have the legal right to a translator for these exams, and you will be made aware of the questions in advance, so you have plenty of time to study. The hardest part of the nostrification process is understanding how it works, and we will walk you through it. Admittedly, as you can see on social media, that has been a bit of an issue this semester. We are aware of it, but that is a this semester specific problem. This says, I attended the student orientation and was under the impression that some of the major concentration majors are tentative based on student interests. Are the program concentrations like accounting and finance guaranteed for current students? Thank you. I think this is probably a question for Jan.
Yes, thank you for this question. Yeah, this is what I mentioned actually myself at this orientation. We do offer and this concentration, and we will try to do our best to run it. But as I said at the orientation, as you mentioned in your question, it also depends on the student interest. Because, for instance, if there is only 1 or 2 students interested, it will be very difficult to run the whole concentration for 1 or 2 students. But if there is more students interested, I would say 10 or more, we can definitely run it. It also depends on what is the, I would say, portfolio, or what's the mix of the concentration students choose. You will be asked of if you are current students or prospective students. Will be asked at the or officially at the end of the first semester, what's your preference, and then we will make the decision accordingly what concentrations will be offered and what will be actually what will be run. As I said, it's important also the mix. For instance, if there is certain number of students interested, I don't know, economics and finance, then finance and accounting, because there is some certain overlap in those classes. So even if the numbers are slightly lower, we can still run, for instance, these 2 concentrations, because this is what we also did have in our mind while designing the concentration, also the economic aspects. So yeah, I cannot like fully guarantee, but I can say that if there is enough students interest, and I believe in this particular concentration, from what I heard, there will be student interest. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to run it, and this particular one, I will make sure that this one will be delivered. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. We have another question that says, that mean in the nostrification process, we need to present exams to prove the grades? No, you are not proving grades. The exams are only to prove that you have the basic knowledge, and you only have to take the exams if that portion of nostrification isn't passed. For example, if you need to have a certain amount of hours in a science and you don't have those on your transcripts, then you'll be told, okay, you must take this science exam, you'll be given the questions in advance, and then you take it to pass. So the exams only occur if the worst happens. And again, we'll give you a lot more information about that should you go through the full process. So let's see, how does course transferring work? Essentially what will happen if you're interested in transferring in is you will email me your transcripts from your current university. I will then take those to Jan or another representative of the School of Business, and they will look through your transcripts and see how many of your credits currently apply to our programs. The best way to ensure that you get the full amount of credits transferred is to provide us with the syllabi of all of the courses you took, as well as the transcripts themselves. You have to get a C or better in your courses, and they actually have to match our curriculum so that we can remain in compliance with our accreditation. Assuming that you are in compliance with our accreditation, meaning that all of your courses match ours, then you could theoretically transfer up to 54 individual credits. If you are interested in transferring, please feel free to email me your transcripts and your syllabi, and I will take them onwards to the appropriate parties and get back to you. And this one says, oh, okay, thank you. Absolutely. We are always more than happy to help. And this one says, I am a student council representative completing my first semester, wanted to make people aware. Good luck to everyone. So yes, you are correct. Nostrification is an issue. We're aware of it, but we are definitely getting, everyone handled. So thank you for your concern. If there are any other questions, please let me know. It is 3:51 p.m. Prague time. So we will wait just a few more minutes to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to get their questions answered or say the things they would like to say. And then otherwise, as mentioned, I do encourage you to please feel free to email. This one says, is there a possibility to transfer from one career to another, from management to marketing, for example? Jan, I believe this is you. Is it possible to transfer within the individual programs?
It is possible, yeah. Of course, we always assess the particular, like the concrete situation, concrete transcript. We'll check how many classes you've already taken, how it will be transferable, manageable. But yeah, definitely it is possible, and it's always decided on case by case basis, basically. But generally speaking, it is possible.
Thank you, Jan. Okay, so again, we'll just do, I'll say another 2 minutes. In the meantime, we do invite any of you who are able to get to the Czech Republic to schedule a tour of campus if you are interested. I am the person who is in charge of leading those tours. So if you are able to enter the Czech Republic, and I do ask you to please check and make sure that you are aware of the governmental guidelines for individual countries before you try to enter. If you are able to enter and you would like to come to our campus, please feel free to email me. I would be happy to give you a tour. If you have any business-specific questions, Jan and Michaela are always available to help. If you need anything related to housing, we invite you to please email housing@aauni.edu. If you have anything related to admissions or visas, please email admissions@aauni.edu. That said, I'm not seeing any other questions come in. One last one, good. Thank you for the answer. Just to pick up the threads, of course, transferring needs, does the nostrification also apply to it? Nostrification applies to all incoming freshmen. However, you don't have to get re-nostrified for individual transfers. You get nostrified once. We're simply certifying that your high school education is equivalent to the Czech education. The reason for this is because, of course, worldwide there are different standards. Somebody living in a very small village somewhere in, let's say, the Philippines may not have had the same education as someone living in the Czech Republic. So just to make sure that the accreditation happens, the Czech government wants to make sure that your education is equivalent. You only have to do that once. If you transfer, it's still equivalent. It's not a big problem. Okay. What are the principal rankings from the university? I'm not sure if this is specifically related to the business department or not. I will invite Jan to comment if he would like on the rankings. Do you have anything to say?
General question about university rankings, or yeah. Well, there are like, depends what kind of ranking you mean. There are like the most famous one, for instance, like the Shanghai ranking or the ranking, Times Higher Education ranking, also QS ranking, and unfortunately we are not there yet, because it's heavily focused. This ranking system is focused on research, and we are more like, obviously, practically oriented. We are more teaching institution rather than research institution. So unfortunately, we don't make this top 500 or top 1,000, for instance. Those are the universities published in this most prestigious rankings. But as for our MBA program, for instance, it do very well in the US, like specific business administration program rankings. And maybe Michaela can say a few words about it.
Well, yeah, just that it's considered top ranked. So I believe it occupies the 3rd place among like private business schools in California. So it really is a great chance for you to experience Prague, yet get a US degree that is very prestigious, and that just increases your employability on the market.
It's also important to note that within the Czech Republic, in regards to rankings, Czech public universities are typically higher in the rankings just because of the way the education system here works. So private universities are always going to be lower within this country than public universities. Yeah.
May I add, it is basically, as Rebecca said, because the methodology of the rankings is really focused on research and research output, scientific output, citations, rather than the actual teaching, because this is something difficult to measure. It's always quite easy to measure. I don't know how many articles you published, whether they are Web of Science or Scopus, or how many citations, but it's always difficult to measure so-called value added of teaching. And this is exactly this so-called transformative aspect of education. And this is something what we focus on. Rebecca is smiling. I'm talking maybe too much, but the thing is, because my dissertation was partly focused on university rankings and measuring of quality in higher education. So that's why this is a very interesting topic for me. And the main reason is basically that the top rankings are focused more on research rather than on teaching. And we do well in teaching.
Yes, yeah, I'm smiling because you're right, and it's nice to hear someone like lay it out that simply. So yeah, exactly. So that being said, if there are, another one. If I decide to apply to the MBA after finishing the BA, what are the possibilities in studies at Chapman itself in California? I think this would be for Michaela, if you'd like to take it.
Yes, so well, you have 2 options in this case. If you would actually like to move to California, then you would just apply to Chapman, to that university itself, and it's a bit of a different program. And if you would like to apply to the Prague-based program, you would first apply to us, and then, of course, like I mentioned, it's 25% of the price of what you would pay in California. And if you would just really like to experience California, then your option would be to just take an elective course, which we offer in January.
Thank you, Michaela. Okay, so we'll go for 2 more minutes until 4, and go ahead and wrap it up at 4. We would like to thank all of you for being a part of the School of Business Open House. We really appreciate it. We're very excited about all of our new concentrations. We're very excited about giving students the opportunity to really hone their individual business skills. That's something that's very important to us at AAU. We're not interested in, making you learn vocabulary out of a book and reciting it for an exam. That doesn't help you get a job. It doesn't help you succeed in life. We're more interested in making sure that all of our graduates can succeed in life. They can work, they can join our alumni network. Our alumni are very active. We have a student who works for Nike, for example. We have one who works for Costa Coffee. We're very proud of where our students go, and we want all of our prospective students to be able to join them and to feel like they are prepared. So we really appreciate you joining and learning about all of the concentrations. Again, if you have, you said something about the accreditation of the government. Could you repeat that? I think by this you just mean that I said we're accredited by the Czech government Ministry of Education and Trade. That's just the standard accreditation here. I apologize.
I can clarify a little bit. Yes, in the past, the main accreditation authority or accreditation body was Ministry of Education itself, but in 2016 there was a change. Higher education law was amended, and the granting body, who is making the decision on accreditation, is National Accreditation Bureau for Higher Education. But it's officially an independent, but the connection with the Ministry of Education is still. But those particular business programs, they are already accredited by the National Accreditation Bureau for Higher Education, which is the highest accreditation authority in the Czech Republic. But of course, we are also overseen by the Ministry of Education. It's just more question of terminology. Okay.
Thank you. That was a much better explanation. I appreciate
it. It's fine.
All right, so that being said, we're going to go ahead and conclude the School of Business Virtual Open House. We do hope that all of you enjoyed it. And again, as I've said many times now, please email with any other questions you have. We want to ensure that all of our students feel informed and happy, so always feel free to reach out. And otherwise, we do wish you a lovely weekend, a lovely holidays upcoming, and we hope to see all of you on campus very soon. So thank you so much, and goodbye, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
hope to see you in person soon.